So there I was, about 2 months away from giving birth. I opened up the door to my apartment, and there it was, the notice that I had been waiting for. We were going to be evicted. By this time, I had exhausted all of my financial resources, and I knew that this meant one thing, and that one thing is that I was going to have to go back to work. And that was okay. It's not like I hadn't been trying. I had been filling out applications, and I had been seeking employment, but nothing quite fit. Being pregnant as far along as I was and not having consistent transportation, a lot of things just didn't fit. So my mom helped me get hired at her place of employment. She worked overnights, I worked during the day, so it not only helped with transportation, but it also helped with child care. No one knew this, but I wasn't eating and I really wasn't sleeping a lot, just from the turmoil of not knowing what was going to happen with our living situation, but also from the stresses of my personal life. But nonetheless, I knew what I needed to do, so I put my uniform on, I put on a brave face, and I went to work. The day started smooth. All of the to-dos and not to-dos, all of the housekeeping things that you have to do when you first get hired at a job. But right in the middle of training, I started to feel hot. My legs buckled, and as I went to go raise my hand to ask for help, I fell. The next thing that I recall was a bunch of people crowded over me. People yelling on the walkies to call 911, asking me if I was okay. And the only thing that I could feel was warmth underneath my legs. I thought for sure that I had gone into labor. I mean, I was already so close to going into labor, but the stress and me working and standing on my feet, I thought had definitely pushed me over the edge. But it wasn't fluids from the baby, and I hadn't gone into labor. What had happened was that all of the stress that I was carrying had been released when I fell to the ground. The paramedics came rushing in with their gurney. The sirens from the fire truck and the ambulances were blaring behind me, and I was so embarrassed. I had been so good up until this point at keeping my secret, but my body couldn't hold it anymore. It's like it just gave up. It was like a cry for help. I was rushed to the hospital. They did a lot of different tests. They tested to make sure everything was okay with the baby, and that's when the doctor came into the room. She looked at me. She looked at the chart. She stood right by me, and she quietly asked me a question. She said, "Is everything okay at home?"